We are all unique individuals. God created us the way that He created us for a reason. All you need to do is familiarize yourself with the fruits that you are supposed to bear. Notice that I said you so out loud because I know that there's a possibility that you identify your purpose, but may feel that it's nothing new. There's a whole lot other people doing what I'm thinking about. But the question is, will they do it the way that you will do it? There are people out there that will relate to you more than anyone else, and those people need you to show up for them. Hi there, if this is your first time here, my name is Individuality. I'm very passionate about helping you live your life purpose and discover your untapped potential. Today, I want to talk about 3 tips to discovering your full potential. In 2019, I laid my hands on Dr. Miles Monroe's book titled Understanding Your Potential. If you've never heard of the book, this is the book I'm talking about. Reading this book is one of the best things I could have ever done. I remember very vividly when I read this book. It was June school holidays and I had taken leave from work for 2 weeks to stay with my boys, and I had my nephew and niece visiting us. What a great holiday it was. I had time for them and I also had me time. I read this book within 2 weeks. It was the fastest I've ever read a book. In page 165, Dr. Miles Monroe mentions that he wishes that everyone who reads this book would fulfill their potential, but only a few will do. And I wrote on this page that I commit to be one of the few. I even wrote the date. It was the 2nd of July 2019, and the timestamp, guys, I even wrote the timestamp. It was 11:22. I signed. I actually signed. I'm not sure if you won't be able to see. Yeah, I signed. And I remember signing this. I was scared at the same time. I want to do this, but I'm scared. What if I don't do it? What if it's just all emotions that I'm feeling that are leading me to write this whole thing and signing? I was really scared. I wrote it with a pencil. I think I wrote it with a pencil because I was thinking, my husband is probably gonna read this. Someone else might read the book. I might lend it to someone else, but I still wanted to keep it. Hopefully I didn't intend rubbing it off, because I was very intentional when I wrote it, but I was so scared. Why I'm telling you this is because now it's year 2023 and I feel like I'm still committed on what I signed up for on the 2nd of July 2019, because I want you to be one of the few that won't take their untapped potential to the grave. Let's get the ball rolling and address these 3 points. The first one is know your identity. Knowing your identity helps you remain grounded and focused. When you know your identity, it means know who your source is and what it says about you. To help me drive my point home, I want to share a story of a man called Gideon from the Bible. But before I do that, I want to make a disclaimer and say this: life coaching is not about a life coach imposing their beliefs onto anyone. And whenever I share something from the Bible, it is never my intention to exclude anyone with a different belief system from mine. It's just important that you know who I am and what I believe in. So with that out of the way, the story that I want to share is about a man called Gideon from the Bible, like I said earlier. Gideon was an Israelite, and during his time, the Israelites were oppressed by the Midianites. Gideon was a very fearful man and lacked self-confidence. And One day, Gideon was going on about his business, threshing wheat under the winepress. He was hiding from the Midianites, because had they seen him, they would have taken all of his harvest. Him and his family would be left with nothing to eat. While he was hiding and doing his business, he was approached by an angel of God. The angel wanted to send Gideon to save the Israelites from the Midianites. The same Gideon that is hiding from the Midianites. Something to point out from this story is that wheat is meant to be threshed in an open, visible space where there is wind, so that the wind can blow away the wheat chaff from the grain. But Gideon was hiding under the winepress. Winepress is a place where they made wine. So my imagination about the winepress is that the winepress must have been a place that is humid and dark, not a place that you would thresh wheat. But Gideon was threshing it there. That was an illustration of how fearful Gideon was of the Midianites. But the angel wanted him to defeat the Midianites so that the Israelites could be free. But something very interesting happened when the angel approached Gideon to do this job. The angel called Gideon a mighty warrior. Not just a warrior, but a mighty one. And that is because that's what God knew Gideon to be. He knew him as a mighty warrior. But Gideon didn't realize that about himself. Because Gideon had made all sorts of reasons why he shouldn't be the one saving the Israelites from the Midianites. He said that his clan was the weakest amongst other clans and that he was the least in his family. And he wanted multiple signs from God for him to prove that he was really indeed capable of the task at hand. After God had given Gideon all these signs that he requested, Gideon's faith started to grow and he started to believe that he was indeed capable of the task at hand. And he did manage to defeat the Midianites and brought peace for the Israelites. That is what happens when you lean on what your source says about you. You get to accomplish things you never thought possible. The second tip is stay in your lane. By that I mean, you must resist the urge to compare yourself with other people. We are all unique individuals and we serve different purposes. No matter how small you may think your purpose is, when it's used wisely and effectively, it makes the difference that it needs to make. God created us the way that He created us for a reason. All you need to do is familiarize yourself with the fruits that you are supposed to bear. Notice that I said you so out loud because I know that there's a possibility that you will identify your purpose, but may feel that it's nothing new. There's a whole lot other people doing what I'm thinking about. But the question is, will they do it the way that you will do it? There are people out there that will relate to you more than anyone else, and those people need you to show up for them. Let's make this more personal. Who is that one person that you know when they do something or they talk, it feels like they are talking to you directly, they move your spirit? Or if they're dancing or if they're singing, it's like they're speaking to you, they make you come alive. Who is that person? Are they the only one who do what they are doing? I'm sure the answer to that is no. There are a lot of other people that do the same thing that they do. But for you, there's just something different about them that makes them special to you. That's exactly the same thing that would happen with someone else that needs you to show up for them. Sometimes you may need to work with other people to accomplish a specific objective. When that happens, you must make sure that you don't lose yourself in the process. Stay true to who you are and what you stand for. Also, don't seek to change the other person too. Let them do their own thing. Each person stay on their lane and you will produce magic. The third and the last thing is nurture your individuality. Nurturing your individuality means knowing what will help you move forward and become the best version of yourself. Although I encourage you to be content with who you are and where you are, but I don't mean be complacent. The moment you notice that you are too scared to explore and expand your knowledge, you must know that you have stopped growing and you will soon feel stagnant and demotivated. The trick with this is to add just enough variety in the areas where you feel you can do with a little bit of excitement. This is to make sure that you don't overwhelm yourself. And your mind will be familiar with change, so that when change needs to happen, you are not too shaken off from your comfort zone and fear won't cripple you. You see, the thing is, we human beings, we are naturally wired for change. We see this from how we were born as infants to who we are today. We grew, we learned, and we were curious. Maybe your curiosity has been sadly numbed by your experiences and more belief in what other people say about you than what you know about yourself. If you want to make sure you unleash your greatest potential, you need to break those shackles off. You see, just like a tree that needs water to grow, you need to invest in your personal development. Learn, share, and implement what you learn. That's how you will ensure you unlock your potential. It's so disappointing that we are willing to invest in a whole lot of things but not ourselves. We are willing to invest in our families, our finances, our clothes, and everything else, but not our personal development. A little caveat about personal development. Be careful of information overload. Don't grab everything that is good that comes your way. Not every good thing is right for you, and sometimes even when it's right for you, maybe the timing is not the right timing for you. Learn to say no even on good things if you know they will set you off track from your desired outcome. Remember, a journey to discovering your full potential is the most satisfying journey that leads to self-discovery. So, if you haven't walked that journey, I dare you to embark on it. Now write in the comments what personal development promise are you making to yourself today to add a sense of agency to this. Also mention by when you want to accomplish this. I'm looking forward to reading your comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with as many people as you can. Thank you so much for watching and supporting this channel. I will see you in the next video.